Welcome back to Spaz on Wheels. I've been canceled. Not really. But my footage from the 120th Harley anniversary was canceled. Yeah, so we're going to talk a little bit about 120th anniversary. Unfortunately, my footage got deleted. I'll explain. But it was all right. I didn't think it was good as previous anniversary parties, but for whatever reason, and maybe it's just because I haven't been to any back there since, let's see, since the 115th I was there last for the anniversary party. And almost it's like the Milwaukee rally, or at least Milwaukee rallies I remember from my past when I was there, were much better. And just from quality of vendors, how many vendors there were. I mean, the Milwaukee Museum had like no vendors other than food and drinks, and I don't know why that is, but used to having like the Milwaukee Museum having like usually what do they call that thing, the wall of death or whatever, where the guys drive around in circles and in the like wood orb thing and take dollars from people's. But that was really the, oh no, delayed by train. But yeah, there was just not as much as I'm used to seeing, and would have been nice to see a heck of a lot more stuff. Milwaukee Harley Davidson, who has new owners since the last time I was there during a rally of any type, whether it was the Milwaukee rally or whether it was the anniversary parties, didn't have really, again, they had more food than they had actual vendors, and it used to be more wildlife party there. Like you know, there's a strip club that's right, literally shares parking lot with them, and those girls would typically be the ones out and about serving beers, and you know, they'd have stickies on, but so somewhat family friendly. But yeah, this time nada. They used to do like mud wrestling and all that good fun stuff, but nothing anymore. So wasn't as good as it used to be. Wisconsin Harley Davidson had a lot of stuff that was cool. I believe House of Harley had a lot. I'd never made it to House of Harley, so I guess I'll sit here at the train and talk to you as I wait. Ugh. But good old Kansas train tracks, they're everywhere, and there's one right outside the campground, so hopefully you can hear me over the as it rolls by. But well, since last time I got my cover for my mic that my dog ate. I don't think I mentioned that in the last video, but the last video I had a lot of wind noise, and it was because I didn't have what I think some people call it the dead cat thing on. It's basically the fur ball on top of the microphone. So I bought some replacements from Amazon. There's the end of the choo-choo train. And I kind of love graffiti sometimes. The good stuff, not the bad stuff. Some artists are freaking amazing. So yeah, so I went to, I was putting together a video. Let me tell you how stupid I am. Oh man, I wonder how many other YouTubers run into this on a regular basis. I know a lot of people complain about their GoPros failing all the time, so it's basically, you know, that's a different story. I hate that when it happens. It does happen. And I'm running, right now I'm running two GoPros. I've got a GoPro 7 here and a GoPro 8. Ah, grass. Grass. Should I do burnouts on it? Right in front of their house. I'll just make lots of noise so they know there's motorcycles out here. Oh, yeah, so, close the vent on the front here. So they, yeah, so I went to edit the video, and I'm sitting here and I'm making it. I got a couple cuts in, figured out where I wanted to do. I was going to put some music over it, got it all going. And then I emptied the memory cards after transferring my data, but apparently I never transferred the data. I created the folder, created the Final Cut project inside the folder, and apparently just dragged the media into the project, thinking in my head maybe at that time that it just magically put it where I wanted it, which it is not what happened. Nope. What happened was I then emptied the SD card, and my footage was unlinked. I had no audio all of a sudden. I'm like, oh no. I'm pointing at the wrong area, thinking that yes, I did copy them, and I just grabbed the wrong ones on accident before I deleted them, and I actually had them in the folder. But I went to my 120th folder, and all there is a Final Cut project file. No! So all my footage of driving and my thoughts and all the stuff I had during the rally, at the rally, gone. Lost footage of, let's see, I lost footage of Adam Sandoval when they came into the museum, because I caught the ride as they came in. I was there right before they came in from Ukes. And what else? I just lost a lot of footage of me just talking and riding around to dealerships, and some footage of the different dealerships and what was going on. And man, that sucks. So I'm gonna start doing a double copy again, like I used to do, because I used to copy the footage to an external drive as well as my MacBook's drive, and I stopped doing that. I don't know why. I guess we'll have to change it back up and make sure I got backups of backups of backups. So on the front of GoPros and action cameras in general, it seems like the entire motovlog world, well, people that actually have lots of followers, like thousands of followers, got their hands gifted the DJI Action 4. Well, I've been looking for new cameras because some of the problems other people have with these cameras on a regular basis of them failing on us, and the battery life just sucking. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at potentially the Insta360 One RS is one of them I want to look at, because it's sort of a dual purpose you know, camera. Let's see how this cover works on the superhighway here. We're going to do 70 plus. But get up to speed. This stage, as Shea Sturgeon would say, running speed. I love that guy. I will meet him someday. And I gotta buy some new Odin gloves because, one, I have a pair, but they're, they're leather, and they got rained on lots, and they got, you know, crusty leather now. I didn't treat them ever either, so that's my fault. I'll blame myself for that one. But yeah, so but they did a collab, Odin Manufacturing, that company. We did a collab with Shade Tree and made some new Baja gloves on their other platform. So and I'm gonna buy a pair of those probably, and I'm gonna probably buy a set of the full leather ones I usually rock as well. I love them gloves; they're just so comfortable. I was scared to order Odin's gloves before because there's no stores that carry them, so can't try them on. And I have such a hard time finding gloves that fit my baby hands. I'm a 6 foot tall guy with small hands. I don't get it. But oh, you're gonna burn me in the freaking comments, aren't you? I expected. The small hands. All right. So yeah, so we'll hope I can order some of those soon, get another pair. I'm gonna hang out in the Kansas, Missouri area for a while. One of the other things besides motorcycles that I do is I play darts competitively. Well, I do a lot of blind draws, and I occasionally do tournaments, both plastic tip and steel tip. I was going to say soft tip, but then my small hands comment hit me in the head, and I said, do I want to get flamed twice? Well, now I will. Oh, we got a Dodge Charger passing me. Every time I see a Dodge Charger, when they're dark colored and they're behind me and I barely see the color of their vehicle, I'm like, oh no, I'm getting pulled over. Because I'm riding around with no plate right now. Because all I have is this paper plate. So the plans right now for me is to stay in the Kansas, Missouri area for a few months before I head south again. not much else right now planned. I'm gonna start looking for bike rallies to travel to. I know there's one by Lake of the Ozarks area that goes on. I believe there's one in the fall. I think there's a spring one as well. There's the Eureka Springs stuff that goes on down there too. So I gotta just get my calendar lined up and make sure we make travel arrangements if we can. But we're still squaring up finances from, you know, buying another motorcycle and just trying to make sure that we're situated and paying off the rest of our other debt we want to pay off. So yeah, that's my update for today. Is yeah, I was gonna do content on 120th, and unfortunately I screwed up. I wish I wouldn't have. It would have been nice to at least talk through it with some footage from the, you know, maybe I'll find, I have some maybe on my phone, so I'll grab my phone and I'll put some of that video footage in, probably in the middle of the video while I'm talking about it, just sort of overlap it. But yeah, that's what's been going on. Just one of those deals where you make a mistake. So, and being a tech guy as I am, you'd think I'd know better. Like, have multiple copies of everything, because you never know. A hard drive on the Mac would die, and I'd have to replace it, and then I lose all my data. So, and I have the external drives. It's not like I don't. One thing I'm investigating is potentially moving my edit flow to, just talking about tech stuff right now, to a new iPad with the M2 chip in it, and Final Cut Pro on that. It'd be nice to be able to do on-the-road style editing and not carry a MacBook around everywhere. So I did some of my videos on my iPad Pro that I have currently, which is like the last generation before the M1. And I used to do that video editing, what the heck was the app I used? Because Final Cut didn't exist, and it wasn't iMovie. It was a third party. Getting old sucks. Brain doesn't work as fast as it used to. Anyways, I'll put it on the screen, because I can look when I get home and add it to the screen. So yeah, that's what's going on. You know, we're hanging out in Kansas. I won a line draw dart tournament on Thursday. Won a little cash there. It's interesting not drinking and going to bars, but I suppose I should maybe do somewhat the speed limit. I mean, or under the speed limit when I completely let off the throttle and forget to reset my cruise. So the bike, oh yeah, what are we doing? What else are we doing right now? Where are we going? All right, so I'm a bad boy. All right, I am on my way to get my 1,000-mile service done on the Road King, but I'm almost at 1,600 miles. Whoops, my bad. Uh-oh, talking about bad boys. Bad boy, what you gonna do? Get the monetized playing music that you don't own. I'm getting 1,000-mile service done. You know, it's gonna cost me, I don't know, $400 or $500, I'm guessing. And walk around the dealership, look at some other bikes. Not buying anymore, but look at some. I need to get the finances in order to get Bubbles another motorcycle, because I'd like to be riding side by side again. So we'll figure that out. I talked about that a little bit in the last video too, so we'll stop the coverage of that. But you know, I know what she wants pretty much, I think, so we'll find one and find something that'll fit her the way she wants it to, and go from there. But I gotta get everything in order. I need to get handlebars done. I'm trying to figure out, and if anybody that's watching has done handlebars on like the modern M8s, and just, you know, you just can replace the upper brake line. But if you have ABS, you can't. I think it's in like the control area. I am gonna get pulled over today. These guys are everywhere, and let's see if I get an interaction because I don't have a plate on. This is gonna be fun. No, he's just pulling over to the side of the road. But yeah, you can't get air in the system. If you do and it gets to the module, then you end up getting the ABS system just shuts down on you. And the only way to get it fixed is to take it into a dealership, unless you have the scan tool, which basically modulates the valve that's in there so that you can bleed the system correctly. I'm guessing because you're never going to get past that module, and you can't gravity bleed because of the ABS system either. So I don't know. I don't know if I can get away with just leaving the stock ones on if I go to something like the Thrashin 9.5 with the mid-rise. I was thinking about going high-rise, but if I go mid-rise, you're like 13-14 inches. Maybe you can get enough brake line to actually not have to do an extension. I've heard some people do T-bars and get away with it, but most of them, a lot of people change them out because they go to braided, steel lines or something. But I don't plan on doing that. I want black lines. I don't want anything. Maybe I do down the road. Maybe when it makes sense, maybe I do a braided black line or something like that, just to have something a little bit beefier. But and then I don't know, I think the clutch I'm going to have to do the extension on anyway. That doesn't really matter. And of course, the control cables probably need to be done with extensions too. So we'll see. Haven't got that far though. Right now I can't fork out about $1,000 for the parts. I'll do the work myself, or have some friends help maybe, because I don't know if I have all the tools to do it in the RV or not. But I don't have any. I need to buy another torque wrench because I'm down one, but I think I have inch pounds but no foot pounds, or vice versa. I'm not sure which way it is right now. But well, sorry, no 120th anniversary footage. Sorry for all the ramblings in the middle here. But you have a good day. Get on some wheels and ride, man. Get on some wheels. Get out in the wind. And avoid the rain if you can. Oh, the rain. Alrighty. Till next time, this is Spaz and I'm out.